All right, so here's the whole story. This is the video. I'm probably just gonna make this video about a minute long and be done. I don't know, but the video is the totality of my message. Is this okay? Once the economy gets on gold-based currencies, as I've said, anybody, any type of, it would be the hardest part would be instigating people to not accept anything but the cryptocurrencies, but you could do it and they probably would because it would sell real easy and probably make them rich, which would then cause other businesses to follow their path. And that's if you sold on the security of it. We're all into LifeLock, and not only that, but nobody's going to want to hold dollars at a certain point. Like I've said, once businesses start to do that, if 10% of the businesses just said, oh, we only take gold-based encryption currencies, or, other than dollars, so we only take that form of payment. And as I've said, we can get to that point by having credit card readers come into place, and those credit card readers are going to allow you to convert whatever currency they have over to your gold-based currency. That's why I say we're going to do away from the dollar, okay? And that's going to put a lot of these encryption currencies and gold-based currencies in people's hands, because then a small business owner can have that as an investment tool, as opposed to dollars, which are always going down in value. This is always going up in value, okay? So what I'm trying to say is this: if you have that, then the currencies will be forced. The currencies will be forced to compete with each other on who can be the most sound, who can be the most closely attached to precious metals and stuff of absolute value that you can't just make an infinite amount of it. That's the real advantage of these precious metals, is you can find them in the environment. There's a limited amount of them. Okay, it doesn't take any special process to create it, or else we could create an infinite amount of it. So naturally occurring in nature, there's only a certain amount of it, and it has value. Okay, truly the value is always going up. Okay, but it's a way of actually owning it without having to hold it and use it. You know. And so the truth of the matter is that once you get to that point where these currencies are strictly bound to gold and they're competing with each other, okay, on who can give the best rates, etc. It's just going to pull businesses out of the dollar completely. Now, once people stop accepting dollars and they're just like, no, we don't take that as a form of payment because it's not secure, and we only take secure forms of payment, you know, that's going to make all your other purchasers feel comfortable, because they don't want anybody to get inside of your system and find out what their information is, through getting it. You know what I mean? And it doesn't even matter. It's just, you can just tell people that that's what you're doing and they'll buy from you, once they get to that point where everybody has holding so much of these coins and these alternate currencies. And that's really what it's going to have to be. I mean, I'll keep thinking about it and try to come up with some more ideas as to how we can get people to really stop taking dollars. Okay? I mean, first of all, if it's cash, it could easily get to the point where people just become spoiled on these alternate, competing currencies. Like I've said, I could sell you, if you're a small business, I could sell you on taking this product if I had it, and it would be so easy to create because it's already pretty much in existence. Okay. And that's just, yes, I can take your currency, no matter what it is, and convert it over to a gold-based currency that's liquid. I can convert out of it. I can get money, but it gets me invested in gold without, it's a way of having a savings account that you can depend on to go up in value. In this country, that used to actually be a thing. And I know a lot of people probably aren't even listening to this shit because you motherfuckers don't even have more than $1,000 a piece. in your wallet, in your fucking account. Period. That's pathetic. It hasn't always been like that, you know? People are getting stuck in apartments. People are getting stuck in, low end, the entire fucking lifestyle of this country is going down big time. And I can't remember where I heard the statistic, but the number of people that are owning houses is just dropping tremendously. People can't afford it. We're all going to be in little boxes because our standard of living has to go down in order for somebody who's done nothing to enrich themselves and receive goods and services from an economy that gives less and less. It's like if you had a bunch of dumbasses standing around this cow and just squeezed its fucking teats for milk until the fucking tits were ripped off. But that's the nature of humans. So if you have an infinite amount of wealth that can be created right there in government, I mean, I just think it's going to happen because motherfuckers are stupid. And running a business with a budget, I mean, it's not easy to run a business on a budget. It's not easy. Imagine trying to run the government, you know, and there's no incentive. It's the inverse relationship, you know, of having a financial incentive to keep your money in check. So it's a real easy to sell people on getting into it, and then the tricky part is going to be selling people on just never dealing with dollars at all. Period. But as soon as that begins to occur, for whatever reason, especially if it's just a political reason, but you can sell it off as whatever you want it to sound like, and people will buy it for that reason. You know, I think the entire state of New Hampshire could be sold on doing this. Okay, because you could get the entire state of New Hampshire and the entire Free State Project. You could just say, look, you could explain it to them from a political point of view, and they'll do business with you from a political point of view. You know, a lot of businesses, a lot of people don't base their business decisions on political things. They base it on what benefits them at the end of the day. But if they want to take a bigger outlook on it, I mean, look, we we do that. We boycott things. You know what I mean? Because of what we believe about them politically, because of what we believe about them socially. You know,